Welcome back to the channel, folks. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most epic toy stores that I've ever seen. Only a stone throws away from my house. Let's take a tour of Toy Traders. Now, when I went and visited Toy Traders, I went on a Saturday, and that was a mistake. The store was absolutely filled with people of all ages, and it made filming a bit hard, but I did try to get as much as I could on film to show. There were just several things that I wasn't able to capture, and in fact, I'd be surprised if I even have 1/10 of what's inside the store. But as soon as you walk into the store, you will see these giant dioramas all over the walls of the store, as well as numerous life-size and larger statues of every toy line that you can imagine. Right here is a diorama of the He-Man selection. And of course, there's always toys abound. There is just aisles and aisles of toys, again, of every toy line that you can imagine. Not only do they have the retro toys from the 80s, but as well as you can see here, the modern version of the toys. It is just absolutely packed with anything and everything that you could possibly want as a toy collector. One of the toy lines that I was unable to get any footage of was the Transformer toy line, just because it was full of people in the aisle and I couldn't get coverage of it. But they do have not only the modern version of toys, but as well as the 1980s toys. Several, again, life-size statues. They have a whole Terminator, Predator section, and throughout the store, on top of the shelves and hanging from the ceiling, they have a variety of life-size statues, as well as other things. They have a huge, looks like a Sky Striker hanging, as you saw the Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise as well, hanging from the ceiling, a huge Star Wars diorama, and just a huge G.I. Joe diorama on the wall as well, and those are coming up. But again, the selection of toys is really unmatched by anything that I've seen, either in person or on YouTube. So you'll see the NECA figures here, as well as I think there's a few horror figures coming up. And I'll just let the video play out and let you all just take a tour of what the store looks like for those of you that don't live in the area. And they do have two stories, and at the base of the stairwell that leads up to the second floor is a number of signed autograph photos of stars and just everybody that you can think of, not only from the cartoon world and the toy world, but as well as from the film. A couple of pictures from Larry Hama, drawn by him, I'm assuming, that leads to the stairwell upstairs. Upstairs is where they keep the vintage toys. They refer to as the dark side on the second floor. So you'll have vintage toys from not only LGNs here, G.I. Joe, Transformers, GoBots, Robotech, again, everything and anything that you can imagine as well. They have a few comics as well upstairs. Their comic section is huge. It's on the first floor, but they have a few comics from the vintage line upstairs. And they seem to keep everything upstairs that's vintage, including huge statues, just these massive, impressive statues that of all the old school toy lines. So That's what's upstairs, and it is fairly cramped up there, but there's a lot of good stuff to look at. And what they have, something that's super neat, is they have this little window. So you walk up to this window and you can see the entire first floor, which is really something cool that they added. It looks like a little hole in the wall with a little bit of glass there, plastic I assume, and there you go. This is the stairwell. When you walk back down, that's the first thing that you see is Arnold Schwarzenegger in his Terminator movie form, and again, just more of the statues that are throughout the entire store, and other displays, other dioramas. Again, I think I've maybe captured 1/10 of what's in there because it's just a massive store. Here we have the Ghostbusters line. And of course, these are the modern figures. And here we are with another diorama that's on the wall, and this is throughout the entire wall of the store. That's of Star Wars, and again, it goes throughout the entire store. They have virtually every toy line that I can think of, just mounted on every store. It's almost like walking into a museum, a giant toy museum, and you just see these fantastic pieces of art everywhere. And again, some more dioramas from Marvel to DC to Ghostbusters, several other lines that I'm not very familiar with. I've left my favorite G.I. Joe to the end, so that's coming up. And again, going back upstairs where they have the vintage line of G.I. Joe, they have a glass case with absolutely every figure in the G.I. Joe line, the original run from 82 to, let's see here, when did it end? 94. So 82 to 94, every G.I. Joe that was ever made and released, at least within North America, including the file cards, is up in the case. They even have Starduster. They have Starduster C, but they have the helmet and the visor of Starduster A and B as well. So every figure is displayed. And if you ever need to know what pieces that you are missing from your collection, you can always take a look here and see, because every figure that I could tell, at least from my perspective, is complete. That's in this case. So fantastic job here, just putting every figure, which is I think over 200 plus figures, and it's all in this glass case. So I think that the owner here in this particular case was probably a really big G.I. Joe fan, because not really anything like this for the other toy lines that I'm aware of. And of course, then they have the massive diorama of G.I. Joe. This takes about 1/4 of the wall space in the store, and they have a ton of vehicles out. I love their little Springfield wax museum there, and with other types of toy lines in there. So a really great job. But as you can see, there's a variety of vehicles on display, and these are all the real vehicles. They're not miniatures, although it looks small here on when it's recorded. These are all life-size. I mean, those are all Terrordromes that are piled on top of each other. And there are, 3 USS flags, I think? I've never even seen one in person until I walked into this store. And here you are. There's 3 or I think there's 3.5. There's one that's sunken and below the water. It's really hard to see here with the reflection, but underneath where that blue is, there's water, and then there's the underwater vehicles that are underneath that. So you'll see a shark, you'll see a few bugs, things that are vehicles that were intended to be submersive. That is a fantastic store. So folks, that's Toy Traders. So if you're ever in the Vancouver area, make your way down to Langley City.